Hey guys, I am here to do a kind of book haul update video for you guys. It's nearing 15th, so I don't know whether I'm going to be re-evaluating my TBR, but I took a lot of my library books back because I just wasn't in the mood for those kinds of chick lit books, and even though I tried, I just couldn't get into them, so that is that. So I will start with my haul, and then I will show you the books that I'm currently reading and then planning on reading in the pretty soon future. So the books that I picked up, I got this from Book Depository. This is the second book in the Gretchen Lowell series. It's called Sweetheart. I have read this book. I borrowed it from the library, and I really love this. I'm not too fussed about how the covers are. I've got various sizes and different covers. I just really wanted to get the cheaper ones, and these were only $4 or $5. So I got Sweetheart, and then I got Evil at Heart by Chelsea Kane, which is the third one. So obviously I'm not going to read you the back of the back blurbs, but I really like this size. That's cute. And then I went to a place called Lentils As Anything in Australia, and it's a place where you pay for what you think the food is worth. It's a volunteer run service, and it's vegetarian, but sorry. Oh, bless me. And so basically I went there with my partner, and we were walking around, and then we came across the Salvo store. Now over here the Salvos are currently having sorry, this is not going to be edited. They're having real trouble, I think, trying to sell things, so they're actually upping the prices, and it's getting to the point where charity books are being sold for like $10 and not even in good condition. Anyway, I passed this stack of things, and they were the Twilight books, and they were 50 cents each, and I'm pretty sure they were brand new, but I didn't get all of them. I won't go into details about that. I didn't get all of them. I wanted to, but I didn't. I mean, 4 for $2, that's okay. But I ended up just getting one, which is New Moon, and it's not really even in the size of the books that I have, so it doesn't really match too much. But because Porridge chewed up my copy of New Moon, I decided to, for 50 cents, to get a new one. Like, it's pretty much brand new. Like, I don't think it's been read at all. They're pretty new books, so I think maybe a bookstore donated them when they couldn't sell them. But New Moon is one of my favourite Twilight novels, so I thought to pick it up anyway for 50 cents. And then lastly, yesterday we went shopping at Kmart, and Kmart is insane. There are like books there that used to be like $12 or whatnot. They're selling them for $18, and some of the YA books for just a paperback were $16. I cannot justify paying that much for a paperback in my own country at a Kmart. No, sorry Bob, no. But I did pick up The Golden Lily, and I haven't read the back cover. I'm not going to, because obviously I'm not anywhere close to reading this book, but I wanted to get it so it would match with that one, and I wanted to... I'm trying to collect series at the moment, or books that I have, started or not started, even so. I love Rochelle Mead, so I'm pretty certain that I'm going to want to read her spin-off series. So this is the second book, I believe, and I only paid $10 for this. So $10 for a paperback is really good, and that is what I expect to pay at Kmart for a book like this. There's no way I'm going to pay $20 for this. No way. I don't have $20 to spend on one book. They also had Wicked Business by Janet Ivanovich, which is the second book in the Deadly Sin series. I really, really want that book, but I'm not sure, again, if I can justify paying $16 for it. I probably will, because it's coming up to my birthday, and that would be a really great birthday present, I think, to give to myself, because I love Janet Ivanovich. But basically, I'm going through some library books. I'm trying not to borrow from my library because I have a lot of books on my shelf. I have a lot of books coming and going in the mail. I shop at charity shops. Someday there's got to be a cut-off point, and when I borrow books from the library, I tend to look at my shelves, because my library is here. I tend to look at my shelves all the time and think, God, when am I going to get to these books? And I would really like, if this is the end of the world, to be reading books that I want to read. And even if it's not, I still want to be reading books that I want to read, and I want to read books that, half-finished series and things like that, and books that I really have wanted to read for a long time. So this is probably going to be my last library haul. If I do get books in the library, they will be books that authors that I have read before and I have enjoyed, or part of the series. So this is one book that I picked up. I've seen it all the time on Chelsea Cain's covers. She blurbs it. And this is Tess Gerritsen's Life Support. And I've had a couple of people, even in real time in my life, my friend, she said, oh, if you really like that kind of stuff, you like crime, pick up a Tess Gerritsen book, you won't be disappointed. So I'll read you the synopsis of this one. It says, control was the word Dr. Toby Harper lived by. She strove to keep her life in order, her ER in order, but no one could have prepared for the man she admits one quiet night in the Springer Hospital, delirious in a critical condition from a possible viral infection of the brain. He barely responds to treatment, and then he disappears without a trace. The subsequent search leads Toby to a second patient with the same infection, and it reveals an unsettling twist. The infection can only be spread through direct tissue exchange. Soon Toby's on the trail that winds from a pregnant 16-year-old prostitute to an unexpected tragedy in her own home. Only then does she discover the unthinkable, a terrifying and deadly epidemic that is about to be unleashed. So I haven't read any, medical-based crime novels. I don't really think that I could classify Chelsea Cain's books as being medical. They're more like mystery and psychological suspense and things like that. I'm guessing this would be too, but it'd be interesting to try that. And it is pretty big, but I love the size of this book. I just love holding these books. And then, so basically this is going to be really hilarious. I couldn't wait. I could not wait an extra couple of days to start reading the next few books in the Chelsea Cain series. I am a crack addict when it comes to these books, so I picked up the fourth book, the fourth book, which is The Night Season, from my library. And I picked up, which I'm reading at the moment, even though I have it in my copy, Evil at Heart. I'm not that far into it. I haven't had a chance to read at all in the past couple of days, and it is driving me mad. And then, obviously, what I'm reading at the moment too is Betwixt, which is taking me a long time to get into it. It's not the kind of story that, the writing style is very hard for me to get into. I'm going to keep going though, because underneath all the crap, I know that there's probably a good story to it. So if I can get through most of the crap, I'm hoping that there is actually a story. If I get halfway through this and there's no story, donation time, because I can't. I'm not going to waste my time despite it being very pretty. But no. And lastly, I am supposed to be reading the Nora Roberts The Reef as a book club book for Brewing the Tea Bag. Bear with me. But I'm going to take it back to the library because it's just falling apart, and it scares the crap out of me, and I don't want it to fall apart and then have to pay for it as well. So I am still trying to search for one at another library, but it could be a while before I get it because there's lots of people who have holds on books, especially Nora Roberts books. So here it is. As you can see, I had post-it notes in it. I'm taking them out because I have to take it back. So I probably won't be reading and finishing this book, which kind of is a little bit disappointing, but I can't afford to pay for this book to fall apart, and I can't afford at the moment to pay like outrageous amounts of money for this book when I've looked it up online. So yeah, so that's my story, true story. But yeah, so I'm taking that back, and I think I've got enough books to read anyway to begin with. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I shall get back to you guys probably the 15th and see how I'm going, which is in a couple of days. But anyway, I will talk to you guys later.